What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nasher. Welcome back to the channel. Excuse me. Now, before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we are now 183 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because practically 100% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this. Who is your all-time favorite set of WWE Women's Tag Team Champions? Let me know down in the comments below. And oh my god, speaking of the women's tag team titles, today's video we got one hell of a video, and this is actually going to be a very controversial one because I feel like, honestly, we know that the women's tag team division has plummeted like it was like it was nothing. Ugh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. I feel like that the women's tag team titles have plummeted the same way as the tag team division did, and it kind of thrived pretty much. It kind of like thrived a little bit when tag teams like Kaden Carter and Katana Chant, and of course the team of Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey were tag team champions in their own right. And it's weird because we know that the women's tag team titles debuted at Elimination Chamber in 2019. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, with when Sasha Banks and Bayley became the first ever women's tag team champions, obviously ended up dropping them a month later at WrestleMania. It's weird because after that, like after they dropped the tag team titles to the Iconics at WrestleMania, there have been many other tag teams that held those titles, including teams like the Kabuki Warriors, Becky Lynch and Lita as well, Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah. Who else? Damage Control. Excuse me. Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, just to name a few. And then, of course, more recently, Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. And then, of course, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the only 4-time tag team champions in history, which is historic, obviously. But with all of that, there have now been some rumors that with the upcoming WWE draft coming up in less than a few weeks, supposedly, of course, there's been rumors that the WWE Women's Tag Team titles could be exclusive to Friday Night SmackDown, and Monday Night Raw could have their very own set of women's tag team titles known as the Women's World Tag Team Championship. And honestly, I feel like that is that's a little bit of an overkill. And the only reason why is because of one thing. It's what happened on an episode of NXT excuse me, during the days when it was known as during the days of the then Capitol Wrestling Center Arena, or era, sorry, where Raquel Rodriguez and Dakota Kai earned the right to challenge at the time Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax for the tag team titles, and then what happened after that will shock you to your very core. There was a referee that showed up. I think Sean Bennett showed up from Raw, literally from Monday Night Raw, and screwed Dakota Kai and Raquel Rodriguez. Excuse me. Sorry guys, I'm like so tired right now. Screwed Dakota and Raquel out of the tag team titles, which forced the then general manager of NXT, William Regal, to give Dakota and Raquel the NXT women's tag team titles, which only lasted maybe a year and a half at best, almost like 2 years. Which there were only a couple tag teams that held those titles. Dakota and Raquel, Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, the longest reigning NXT tag team champions ever. Toxic Attraction, obviously Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. Gigi Dolan no longer with WWE, as is Shotzi. Sad to see them see them get released, but it happens. And then of course the last set of tag team champions was, I believe, the Unholy Union, which was Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Again, Dawn obviously ended up getting released earlier in the last couple months. Again, it's sad to see them go, especially when they are some incredible talent in the ring. But things happen. And obviously they unified both the WWE Women's Tag Team titles and the NXT Women's Tag Team titles in a match between the Unholy Union and then of course the Four Horsewomen of MMA. I'm referring to Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. Interestingly enough, I feel like the moment in my opinion, and this might sound crazy, I feel like the moment Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria won the tag team title, or sorry, actually, you know what? No, let me backtrack that a little bit. I feel like the moment Liv and Raquel became the women's tag team champions for a third time in their career. Excuse me. I feel like was when the women's tag team division just plummeted, because right now there aren't a whole lot of tag teams in the division at all. There's hardly anyone left. There's hardly anybody left. There's the team of Sol Ruka and Zarya. There's obviously the Secret Service, obviously Piper Niven, Alba Fire, and of course Chelsea Green. There's the Kabuki Warriors, but they've been out with an injury for like over a year now. There's the unlikely team of BFAB and of course Michin. There, who else is left? Who else is there, you guys? I don't know. I guess maybe fatal influence. I know that they've been having some weird issues as of late. Who else? There's another team that we had seen. Well, I wouldn't really say they're a team, but I feel like that they are. On NXT is the team of Thea Hale and Carmen Petrovich. Obviously there was the Meta Girls, Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend, but Jakara ended up getting released, which was unfortunate. There's also Maxine Dupree and of course Natalia, but I mean, still, and also Nia Jackson and Candice LeRae. A lot of these teams, they're literally makeshift teams. They're makeshift teams that were just thrown in for no reason whatsoever, no reason at all. And I feel like, in my opinion, the only ones that were like an actual like legit tag team that had what it takes to be tag team champions are were obviously the Meta Girls, Zarya and Sol Ruka. Pure Fusion Collective was another one, but Shayna Baszler and Sonya Deville ended up getting released earlier in the year. So there aren't a whole lot of tag teams left, which brings up the question of why in the hell would WWE choose to want to bring in a new set of tag team titles exclusive to the Raw brand. It makes no sense whatsoever. And I feel like, in my opinion, the reason for this, I feel like it has a lot to do with the fact that even in spite of Liv and Raquel having just gained the women's tag team titles the night after WrestleMania, I feel like, in my opinion, the women's tag team titles should just be scrapped. Because right now, again, as I just stated, there aren't a whole lot of tag teams in the division that are legit. Like right now, Liv and Raquel plus Sol Ruka and Zarya, they're the only two like legit tag teams in the division that are capable of wanting to become tag team champions. Everyone else was a makeshift team, and the weird thing is, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance both of them as a team was yet another legit tag team that took WWE by storm over the course of the last like 3-4 years that they have been a tag team in WWE, whether it was Raw, SmackDown, or even NXT. So why the fuck would WWE want to bring in more tag team championships when we already have one set of women's tag team titles that could be defended on all brands? We could even see as well the women's tag team titles get defended on Evolve as well, which is very possible. But obviously, because that Liv Morgan's been in Japan shooting a movie, we won't be seeing the tag titles get defended probably for, I want to say, for about another couple months or so. So it'll probably be sometime around the time of SummerSlam, maybe even later, that we'll see the tag team titles get defended. But still, I feel like, honestly, it's kind of stupid, because this was reported by multiple sources, including I think the sources included Sportskeeda, WrestleVotes, Wrestling News Co. and something else, and one other one. I don't remember. I don't know if it was I don't know if it was the Wrestling Observer or if it was something else. But I believe that there were reports saying that WWE was planning on to make the WWE Women's Tag Team titles exclusive to SmackDown and bring in the Women's World Tag Team titles to be exclusive over to Raw, and then potentially bring back the NXT Women's Tag Team titles, which again, it doesn't make sense because this would literally this would legit make it how many championships would that make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 championship. 18 that would make what, 19, 20, 22 championships, counting the 2 world titles that will be on Evolve. So think about that, 22 championships all together. Think about that. Think about that, you guys. And it's weird because the NXT Women's Tag Team titles were only around for 2 years. And the funny thing is, the funny thing is, with the with those tag team titles, there were literally 13 title holders, all of which included the following: Dakota Kai and Raquel Rodriguez, obviously having only held it for less than a day. Let's see here. Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart, who held the titles for less than 2 months. The Way, obviously, in India Hartwell and Candice LeRae, a little over 2 months actually. Io Sky and Zoe Stark, a little over 110 days. Toxic Attraction, across both of their reigns as champions, 157 days and 90 days. So 157 plus 90, right? Let's see. 247 days combined as tag team champions. And then of course, Dakota Kai and Raquel Rodriguez only held the titles for a couple days. Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez only for about 3 weeks because Cora Jade turned heel, unfortunately. The titles ended up getting vacated after that. Then Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, 186 days, which is the longest reign out of all of the title reigns. Fallon Henley and Kiana James only held it for about a couple months, and then Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, which was the last reign before Shayna and Ronda took the tag team titles. So it's possible that the NXT Women's Tag Team titles could come back, but again, think about that. That would make it literally. That would literally make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, 22 titles, which on Raw would be the men's and the women's world tag team titles, the men's and the women's world titles, the men's and the women's intercontinental titles. That's on Raw. SmackDown, you would have both the men's and the women's WWE titles, the men's and women's intercontinental titles, US South, the men's and the women's tag team titles. Plus, you would have as well the men's and the women's speed championships. you literally 22 championships. Think about that. Think about how stupid that is, right? To be able to have tag team championships for women for the women's division on all three brands. It's stupid. Why not? Why? So, in my opinion, it's better to just only have the one WWE Women's Tag Team titles, because that way the titles can be defended on all three brands at any given time. But the only way that could happen is if Liv and Raquel became workhorses and would show up to every show. But they've only been showing up to 2 Monday Night Raw. So this proves that maybe WWE should, maybe they shouldn't. But I don't know. I don't know, guys. I think it's a bit of a dumb idea, just because of the fact that the women's tag team titles have been very stale. It's just not good. It's been crashing out, you guys. So, is it possible? Yeah, it's possible, but is it really going to happen? We will have to wait and see. But let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on this whole ordeal, and who should be the ones to challenge Liv and Raquel for those tag team titles. Let me know down in the comments below. And that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. If you guys want to send me fan mail and want me to open it up on the channel, all the info will be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.